Fred 25-20.
Y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
You look at the guys that are in the Hall of Fame from a defensive standpoint. Ray Lewis, Derrick Brooks. Look at all these other guys they're trying to put in the Hall of Fame.
Garrard on the give. Here's Taylor.
Put some respect.
Busting through. Fred Taylor making a cut. Taylor is gone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
These the same dudes that I murked every Sunday.
When my name come up, respect it. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna right on it.
But he knows he doesn't have a big play team, and Jacksonville does.
Draw play. Taylor skips 2 tackles. Right, and here we go.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Brock Marion chasing. Brock Marion still chasing. Gets help from Smith. Touchdown. No flags. A 90-yard run.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, and Dylan Denmark.
All right, good morning, everybody. On the final day of 2025, we welcome you into Jaguars Today. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Dylan Denmark, soon to be John Oehser. And we'll talk today with Jim Wyatt of the Tennessee Titans official team website as we preview the matchup on Sunday here in Jacksonville. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
There's been a lot of Fred Taylor discourse on social media over the last however many hours it's been since the finalist list came out. I saw one guy say, man, and I'm paraphrasing here, but man, I grew up watching football in that era, and I never heard of this guy until the Pivot podcast. Like, at some point, everyone, it is America. We are all entitled to have an opinion. Mm-hmm. You're also entitled not to share your dumb ones, right? Yeah. I mean, like, if you've really never heard of Fred Taylor, then how much of a football fan? I mean, the word casual may be too strong for you, honestly.
Right.
But, you can feel however you like. But to say you were an avid football watcher during that time period, didn't know who Fred Taylor was, is just...
That's silly.
Pretty much tells me everything I need to know about your take on the matter. So it stinks. Freddie T, got voted on last year and doesn't make it to the 15 this time around. I do believe he'll eventually get in.
I do too.
Much like Baselli. I just hate to watch it play out the way it's played out.
Yeah, it stinks for Fred. It stinks for Jaguars fans, right? Look, they have a couple of guys that we all know. The resumes that they're putting up say Hall of Fame, right? Fred's definitely does. I think Jimmy's does as well. And for whatever myriad of reasons, they're not getting that level of talk yet. They should be. Like, Fred's been in the room the last couple of years. I think it's a little silly for him not to be in the room this year because they want to have Frank Gore in there. I don't know how many NFL people would you talk to from that era of football that would say that Frank Gore was a scarier opponent to play than Fred Taylor?
No.
Right. Like, it's not reality. I get it. He's got the 5 Pro Bowlers. He's got the longevity. They won, like those kind of things. I get it from that perspective, but y'all are supposed to maybe be a little bit above that when you're having the conversations about the Hall of Fame. You're allowed to be above that when you're talking about these are the guys that we want to honor as the best to have ever done this. You're saying Fred isn't among the 20 best running backs to have ever played your sport, right? Because statistically he is. So why isn't that enough to just get him in as opposed to having to do this waiting game? But the process is what the process is.
Right. We complain about it for a day or two, and then we go back to our lives. Freddie T's the one who's going to, have to sit and wait for another year, and hopefully it'll come for him. And it is what it is. Fred's had a hell of a life and a hell of a career. I'm not feeling sorry for Fred Taylor, but I'd like to see him get the acclamation I think is due to him. Dylan Denmark, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
Any big New Year's resolutions for you, Dylan
Denmark?
No,
I've never done a New Year's resolution, as a matter of fact.
No. Yeah, we kind of skipped that this time around this year. I mean, in terms of, like, usually it's a good time to ask, hey, what are your New Year's resolutions as a Jaguar fan? Like, what are you going to resolve to root harder this year?
I'm going to spend more money on my tickets.
Yeah. And you also have been dealing with a fan base that generally year to year, it's like, how about we think about something positive maybe going on in your life? Think about what you can do better next year, right?
Right. I'm going to spend my money on something else. And we get a lot of that.
Yeah, we would.
And I get it. You spend your money on anything you like.
This year the team's playing well enough that we can be more like, hey, you remember how great this has been? Let's think about it.
Today, instead, we're going a different direction. We're asking, what is your favorite moment or game or memory? It can be anything from 2025, but from a Jaguar fan's perspective. And obviously, we're not talking about, hey, the birth of my first child, right? We're talking about from, as a part of your Jaguar fandom. Now, if you took your kid to their first game, something like that, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If it's Jaguars rooting and related, then we'll accept that. Hey, look, you can send anything you like, whether we accept it or not. You're certainly welcome to do just that today. So we'll go through some of those things. Denmark, he makes a big announcement yesterday to the folks here on Jaguars Today, and Dylan Denmark is heading for a career change. Is that correct, young man?
Yeah, so I'll be here for another about 2 weeks, and then that'll be it here for me.
So are we, in that time, you're going to figure out what to do with the rest of your life, I take it, right?
I'm going to do something for the time being, and then I'll make a career-long decision here in the next couple months. But, yeah, for the time being.
I suggested to you some kind of roadside food stand.
Not a bad idea.
Smoked meats, smoked cheeses, smoked West Side delicacies.
Right on Cassett Avenue.
Mystery meat category, whatever, right? Maybe some that you've shot yourself fresh because you've been getting in a lot of practice lately. But in all seriousness, man, we've enjoyed having you part of the fam. And we'll miss you, especially since you bought breakfast the last 3 weeks running now. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, how are you planning on, if you do wind up finishing last in the Breakfast Bowl, are you planning on bringing it one last time for week one
I'll
next
still be
year?
here. Yeah, I'll still be here. Oh, for next year?
Yeah, that's the big...
we got Venmo and Cash App.
Man, this guy, you got priority, you got responsibilities.
The next producer, I'll just send that money to him via Bitcoin or something. And be like, hey,
sounds to me like you could just grab something from the stand and bring it in to start the year next year.
Yeah, maybe some vittles, some possum or some other delicacy you've got cooking up out there. I mean, you've got responsibilities. This is not going to go well on your resume moving forward, your prior job experience, if you leave here with any breakfast responsibilities hanging over you. But we'll try to enjoy you for the next 2 weeks. It'd be the first 2 weeks that's happened, but we'll try nonetheless. No, we love Dylan, man. He's been awesome for Jaguars Today, and he is going on to bigger and better things, and you'll still be coaching, right?
That's correct.
All right. Well, the Coach Denmark moniker still applies. So
I'll see you at the Bowls game next year.
Yeah. Same district again.
If you have today any thoughts and time, and really we'll make this a question of the day right towards the end. Life and career advice for one Dylan Denmark.
That sounds like a great
Doesn't
Q&A.
It? Like 2 weeks from now,
right?
As you're getting prepared to leave, and we'll take a breakaway. And now we could do it next week if the Jags get the bye. If New England and Denver help us out with losses, and the Jags take care of their business, so we could do that next week. But we'll find some time to have some meaningful life advice. I'm sure it'll be so meaningful for Dylan Denmark. So appreciate all your service, young man, and good luck in 2026. He'll still be around for a few more weeks around these parts. And then, rumor has it, R.J. Saunders might be stepping into that seat. We'll see.
Definitely an upgrade.
I don't know. We'll see. R.J. better be on his best behavior for the next couple weeks. Tony is a tough taskmaster.
R.J.'s going to come in here wearing 2 different NBA jerseys.
Well, it's going to be over. For day one, it's over. It's over. I can't do it.
I'm gonna tell him on his first day to wear a Magic jersey with a Lakers hat.
Bro, he
Why
probably
not?
will. He does anyway. I don't, I know that would be clashing. RJ likes to be color coordinated, but yeah, he's of that era that they just wear it for the look and not for the, I guess,
It's called fashion.
Yeah. All right, sure. I mean, I guess that's fine. So, yeah, you've already put me in a bad mind frame.
That's why
now.
Dempsey occasionally wears that Braves gear. He likes that.
I
navy blue.
never wear the Braves gear.
Occasionally.
Ever.
I think me and Tony had the same dream.
Never did it. Did you have a dream about that?
I think so.
Wow.
Recently.
Like Dempsey's been around me. You would never see me wearing Yankees gear.
Crazy.
Like I'm not going to wear any kind of baseball gear other than the Atlanta Braves. No
Unless
chance.
you lost a bet.
No.
Yeah, like in a bet
Maybe,
kind of
yeah.
scenario, something like that. But all right.
Ain't going to happen.
All right, so here's what we got. We got Jim Wyatt of TennesseeTitans.com. He's going to join us after the first break today. If you want to get in, discuss any aspect of Jaguar football, you know the ways to do that at 641-1010 on the phone lines or the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Stream the program on YouTube, on X, on Facebook, or hit us up on social media with great life advice and other musings at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, and at 1010XL Lame Duck. Denmark, I mean.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
All right, Denmark will be out soon. Not soon enough for most people's taste, mine included, at the top of the list. Now, I will say all bad things about him for the next 2 weeks, and I will cry like a baby when he is gone. What am I going to do with who's going to play golf with me at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at Fleming Island in March?
I still have some time.
Do you?
I got spring break,
All right.
Week off for coaching.
That's the great thing about spending time with your coworkers around here. They're on the same schedule as you, some of them. And it's difficult to find that with folks out there in the real world. So today, again, as a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, what is your favorite moment, game, memory, etc. of 2025? Share your thoughts with us. John Oehser will join us in hour number 2. You're listening to Jaguars Today on the final day of 2025 here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Make Monday an extension of the weekend by talking football all day.
Oh, you're good.
We'll take apart the top games, key plays, and controversial calls from the weekend. Post-game Monday, served by Dandy Foods on 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified, fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
It's a Weight Loss Wednesday
On Jaguars Today.
Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Make Honda of the Avenues your first stop for award-winning customer service and world-class Honda vehicles. Our inventory is larger than ever, which means we have the perfect Honda waiting for you. Plus, at Honda of the Avenues, we always put our customers first, making the car buying experience fun, fast, and easy. You'll always find great deals on our huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, all prepped and ready for a test drive. Come see just how different car buying can be at Honda of the Avenues today. Stop by or shop from home at HondaoftheAvenues.com. Proud sponsor of Sporting Jags.
When you want to be heard, send your opinion to the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
Thank you for believing in me when the bosses didn't give me a chance.
641-1010. No texting and driving. Get your thoughts heard on 1010XL.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Did you know that individuals over age 60 have great results on Awaken 180? See how you could drop weight and get off your medications in just 3 months with Awaken 180's Golden Program. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Chelsea here. Ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors before the new year? During Renewal by Anderson's December sales event, buy one, get one 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months, it's never been easier to say yes. Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Offer ends December 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, listen to your vision, and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit hollispools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, adorable mascot for Checkmate Coatings.
If you're thinking of refinishing your garage floor, there's 2 things you need to know about us. My family has been in the concrete coatings industry for more than 40 years.
And I was drawn 6 months ago by an artist in New Jersey.
Why is that even relevant?
Well, you said 40 years experience, so I had to give them something.
Over the years, we've worked closely with major manufacturers to develop a multi-layer application process that creates beautiful, durable, and long-lasting floors.
So even decades from now, your garage floor will look as gorgeous as it did the day it was installed.
Experience?
Check. Durable?
Check. Decades of experience making garage floors gorgeous? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back to Jaguars Today. Week 18 is upon us, and the hated Tennessee Titans are coming to town. Jags have business to take care of to win the AFC South. Mike Dempsey and Tony Smith here with you. And we're joined now by Jim Wyatt of TennesseeTitans.com, who's had a front row seat covering this franchise for quite a long time. Jim, thanks for taking a few minutes out. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. I hope you guys have a happy new year.
Yeah, likewise to you. It'll be a happy new year if we can take care of business in this game. Let me talk to you about a motivational standpoint first from the Tennessee Titans. Jim, usually end of the season, you want to knock off your division rivals, keep them from their goals. How motivated will this Titans team be that's rolling into Jacksonville on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, I think certainly this team wants to win because it's the last time out, last time this group will be together. You guys know how the league works. It's a different team every year. And so I think these guys realize that this coaching staff that's led by Mike McCoy, they want to go out in style and certainly, want to end the season on a positive note. But, I don't know. It's one of those situations that you refer to the hated Tennessee Titans. And I don't know how you can hate a team that's 3-13. The Titans got to do a better job of making these games more interesting. It's very important for the Jaguars, I know, but I don't think the main mission for the Titans or the main motivation is to come down there and spoil anything for the Jaguars, who are headed to the playoffs and have done some great things. I think it's more about self-pride and trying to end the season on a positive note and something to feel good about, and then get ready for a complete reboot the day after the game, because that's when stuff is going to start happening and you start trying to plan for 2026 in Nashville.
I can't speak for the locker room, but I can tell you from the fan base perspective, the reasoning for hating the Titans is pretty simple, and that's just history, right, between the two franchises. But getting ready for this matchup this week, what is Cam Ward doing better in the week since the first matchup between the Jaguars and Titans earlier this season?
Well, he is. That's one thing I think. I think people that follow this team closely in Nashville, certainly they being a part of it, I knew that this was going to be a tough year. I think everybody hoped it'd be more than 3 wins at this point, but it was going to be a tough year as you try to build back up. And I think the one thing you wanted to see is Cam Ward build some momentum and give people reason to believe as the season went on, and I think he's done that. He's thrown at least 2 touchdown passes in 4 straight games. He's been more decisive with the football. He has avoided turning the ball over. He's not taking sacks like he did early in the season. So I think those are all positives. Now, he is not a finished product. There were times on Sunday I thought he held the ball too long, trying to, not play hero ball, but just he has a tendency to, he's got a kind of a touchdown to check down mindset, and he always is trying to make the big play. And I think the more he plays, the more he realizes he's got to. It's got to kind of take what the defense gives him, and I think that all comes with playing. But I think all those things have improved. And yeah, I do think since that last Jacksonville game, I think he's really shown some good strides, and I think more people in here believe in him because of that.
Jim, when you look at the offensive weapons, he's thrown to a couple of fourth-round rookie receivers who've done pretty well for themselves this year. But is that one of the biggest things that this team needs to add is kind of that go-to guy in the passing game for Ward?
No question. I mean, Calvin Ridley was supposed to be a part of the equation, and he got hurt, and he's been out of the mix. Van Jefferson is a veteran they signed, and he hasn't had a huge impact, but he's been kind of a steadying force for Cam and the receivers. He got hurt on Sunday. You're not going to see him this weekend in Jacksonville. So they're throwing to guys like Alec Ayomanor and Chimere DK and James Prochet and Mason Kinsey. And, those guys are all pros. And DK and Ayomanor are rookies still finding their way in the league. But they need more explosive receivers. They need guys who have done it, and I think when this season ends, the biggest things the Titans are going to be looking for are receiver, edge rushers, cornerbacks. Those are the top three. There are a lot of other places this team has holes in, but I look at receiver position as one of the main ones they've got to get better at to help the quarterback.
Jim, kind of discussing some of the weaknesses you can see on the Titans roster there. What do you see the Titans as what they do best at this point in the season?
Well, they're running the ball well. Tony Pollard, until Sunday when he ran for 85, he had 3 straight 100-yard rushing games. He went for over 1,000 on Sunday. I know that's not the feat that it used to be because they're playing more games than ever, but they have been able to build something. The offensive line was a weakness for this team at the start of the year. It's suddenly become a group that's been pretty solid. I mentioned before they're not, Cam's not getting sacked like he was before. Those 100-yard rush games kind of speak to their improvement in the running game. I'm not going to say that that's an area that doesn't need to be addressed in the offseason because it does and it will. But ending the season, I think you got to feel good about the run game. You got to feel good about the improvement of the offensive line. Defensively, the best player on the team, and maybe I'm not going to say best defensive player in the league because Myles Garrett is potentially going to break, the NFL sack record. But Jeffrey Simmons has just been an absolute beast for this team on defense and could very well be the best defensive player in the league. Just because of the way he impacts games in the middle. He's got double-digit sacks now. His quarterback pressures are off the charts. He's just creating havoc in the middle of the field, and that's happened each and every week. Cedric Gray, inside backer, on the verge of breaking the GSIS tackle record for the franchise since they were recorded in 2000. Keith Bullock will let you know that the coach's tape has him at a number that's about 30 tackles above that. But so Cedric Gray's been good. Jeffrey Simmons has been good. These guys are playing hard. I've seen a lot of teams, and I've seen, a lot of teams that will fire a coach in the middle of the season and hire an interim coach, and they'll just kind of mail it in, and you're limping to the finish line. I have to say, this team has played hard under Mike McCoy and showed some pride and shown improvement. So I think you got to feel good about that. But it's a team with a lot of flaws in a lot of areas that are going to need to be addressed, and we'll see what kind of game it can make it on Sunday.
Here with Jim Wyatt from TennesseeTitans.com. Jim, you've seen the Trevor Lawrence career arc up to this point. From your vantage point, what do you make of the way he's been playing this year?
Well, it's been incredible. I mean, there's just a complete turnaround in Jacksonville. I mean, the head coach has done a great job. Trevor, as you mentioned, has done a great job. They've got a lot of juice there. I think when Titans fans try to find reasons to be optimistic about the future, they look to teams like Jacksonville and teams like the Patriots. And teams like the Bears, teams that went from kind of being bottom of the barrel to now being real contenders. And Trevor's been a big part of that. And I think, he obviously has gone through some ups and downs in his career. And I think when Titans fans are trying to find a reason to believe in Cam Ward, and again, I think more and more people believe, but it just shows you what experience does for you and staying healthy does for you. Cam's been able to do the stay healthy part. He's getting ready to start a 17th game. But, there's nothing like experience and being in games. And I think Trevor and the Jaguars are benefiting from that. He's turned into a really, really good, proven quarterback who you can win games with. And now watching them and watch him, I think they've got one of the better teams in the NFL.
Jim, you mentioned
it's got to be fun down there.
Oh, you better believe it. Jim, you mentioned that Mike McCoy, the interim coach there for the Titans. What's the latest that you've heard on the head coaching search for the Titans as they get set to end the season?
The latest I heard is that it's in the process of getting ramped up, like they've done a lot. That's the benefit of finding a coach mid-season is you can really start doing your work. But I don't think they want to insult the current group by starting to bring guys into the building and doing interviews now. I think there's going to be time for that. So I think what they've done at this point is evaluate different candidates that they want to talk to. And I think when the season ends on Sunday, I think you're going to start having a lot of activity. Last time they had a head coaching search was just a couple of years ago. They interviewed 10 guys at that point, and then they got down to 3 for a second round of interviews, and then they hired Brian Callahan. That didn't work, but I think you'll see another extensive search that's going to include, guys that have done it before at a head coaching level. That include guys that are kind of up and comers. I think they're going to look at candidates on both sides of the football. I think where they got in trouble last year is that they kind of went in the process thinking we need a young offensive coach to kind of give this team some new vision on offense, and they, by doing that, I think they eliminated some other candidates who were qualified, and I think now you're going to go into it saying, okay, this guy could be an offensive coach, offensive-minded coach, he could be a defensive-minded coach, he could be a guy that has done it before, and he could be a guy that you believe is going to be special, and I think they've kind of got a pretty good idea of what that list is going to look like at this point. Now it's just a matter of putting it into action.
All right, Jim, as we wrap up here, how do you see this game playing out on Sunday?
Well, I think the Titans are going to fight and come down there and play hard. They've done that, the last month of the season. There were some games early in the year where they just kind of laid some eggs. I think they'll play hard, but whether or not they're good enough to win, I don't know about that. I do, we kid about it being a rivalry. Again, one team's headed to the playoffs and one team's playing out the string here. But, I know that game in Nashville a month ago, whenever it was, there was a lot of post-play stuff and a lot of back and forth. And if you're a competitor and you play for the Titans, you're going to want to go down there and show, play with some pride, and you're going to want to compete. So, but it's hard for me. I don't do predictions anymore working for the team. I used to do predictions. You remember, Mike, I used to do predictions back in the day. I used to give you mock drafts, and I think I hit on a couple. I think I had Chris Johnson coming to the Titans in that 2008 draft, which came out of nowhere. I remember us talking about that, but I don't do mock drafts anymore since I work for the team. I don't predict because I work for the team, because if I pick them to win, people are going to say I'm a homer. If I pick them to lose, people are going to say, damn, this guy works for the team. He doesn't even think they're going to win. So I just say I think the Titans are going to play hard in this game. But, way Jacksonville's playing, I mean, they're going to be hard to beat.
Well, I do reference that selection every year we do our media mock draft, Jim. I absolutely do. It was a legendary call because nobody was talking about Chris Johnson in the first round at the point you made that prediction. So that was pretty good stuff. Listen, man, can't wish the Titans any luck.
I hit on a couple. I always remind the people of the ones I hit on. I don't remind them of the ones I missed on.
Only ones we remember, man. Can't wish the Titans luck, man, but we hope you personally have a great new year. Thanks for the time, as always, and we'll look forward to catching up with you in 2026.
Okay, appreciate it. Happy New Year.
All right, there he goes, Jim Wyatt of TennesseeTitans.com, and hopefully they can have a sad off season licking their wounds, trying to figure out how to get better as the Jags send him in with another loss into the offseason. Coming up next, your calls at 641-1010. John Oehser next hour. What is your favorite moment, game, memory of 2025 from a Jaguar fan perspective? That's our Chad and Sandy Real Estate question of the day here on Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee & Kate's Glass, and I think you deserve a spa-like shower, don't you? Get rid of that dirty, dated setup you have in your bathroom. Those old-style showers can be really ugly. Install a gorgeous frameless shower with thick, sexy glass and a free diamond coating protection that's easier to clean, like Rain-X for your shower. Your bathroom will feel like a luxury spa every morning and night. You deserve it. Visit my friends at LeeandKate'sGlass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
I'm with Fred from Cycles of Jacksonville. We always talk about Honda, Triumph, so many great bikes, but Aprilia from Italy is also a beautiful line.
It is absolutely gorgeous, and it is a fine sport bike. It's one that when you take your helmet off, you're never frowning. You're always smiling.
So if you want to treat yourself to something really special on the road, that's a line they should look into?
Absolutely, and we've got them in stock and ready to roll.
All right, make sure you check them out. They are on Atlantic near Regency. CyclesofJacksonville.com is a great place to go, or check out their Facebook page at Cycles of Jacksonville.
It's a Weight Loss Wednesday on Jaguars Today. Awaken 180 Weight Loss, your long-term solution for weight loss.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Searcy here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers to find out more. We're talking a competitive, guaranteed base salary with bonus opportunity, comprehensive paid training programs, and promotions based upon performance and top shelf benefits. It's all waiting for you. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers. Florida Home AC, equal opportunity employer.
This is the home of the Florida Gators. Get your Gators hoops on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000, and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember, only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
If you need a holiday gift idea, let Kuhn Flowers handle that for you. This is Max with 1010XL. Simply go online at kuhnflowers.com and look at the wide variety of floral and plant arrangements that will make someone's day this holiday season.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. In today's world of retail, how has a store like Underwoods stayed viable against the big national stores?
Frank, that's a question with a direct answer. At Underwoods, we've never aspired to be the biggest. What we've always tried to do is be the best. When you take this approach, there's some things that come to mind immediately, like fine quality merchandise bought by buyers that are experts, high levels of service delivered by a staff that are helpful and know what they're doing. Then there's some things that people don't really think about at all, like the finer a gem, the more rare it is. And these gems are not mass producible because they were made by God millions of years ago. Because of that, there just aren't enough of these for the big multi-store retailers to buy and put into their merchandising schemes. So at Underwoods, we buy these finer, rarer gems and create jewelry pieces that the people in Jacksonville expect out of us.
When you want the best, it's Underwoods. Underwood Jewelers in San Marco, in Avondale, and at the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Blitz. How good is that? How good is that? Bang. How good is that?
Text Blitz to 641-1010 now.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Jaguars Today on 1010XL.
All right, the answer is yes. To everyone asking, are we giving away more tickets today? Yes, yes, and yes. ET is going to be somewhere. I don't know. I'm not privy to that.
Inside source. May or may not be right.
I wouldn't do it.
Somewhere at a strip club, and you got to shake that thing for him.
I'm going to say that's probably in the may not be right
okay,
column.
So
right there.
I got bad sources.
Dylan, newly liberated after putting in his 2 weeks notice, has decided to just do whatever. Now, ET will be
the 11 o'clock hour strip club.
At some point in the 11 o'clock hour. ET
Flash
may or may not be at a strip club.
San Juan and Blanding.
I'm going to guess no. But he'll be somewhere out in public where even children can have access to, I would think. And anyway, giving away 10 pair of tickets, and we're still running the promos up until at least 1 o'clock this afternoon, where if you hear it, you text in, follow the instructions and what you hear, and you can win a pair of tickets, go see the Jags play the Titans, and we're going to do a bunch more giveaways on Friday as well, as we'll all be off tomorrow. But we've got them stacked up on the phone lines, so let's get into it. If you want to talk about the question of the day, asking what's your favorite memory, moment, game, performance, whatever, of 2025, that's one thing you can certainly weigh in on. But let's say hello and an early Happy New Year to our friend Regina. Good morning, Regina. How are you?
Good morning.
Duval! What's going on?
And my favorite memory is Devin Lloyd's pick six.
All right, that's a good one.
I had the pleasure of meeting his father a couple seasons before. He was in the stands, very unassuming, very humble. You wouldn't think about it. He was very nervous. My husband can chit-chat anybody up. But he said he was nervous for the injuries because this Devin had injuries. But it was not. I thought about his dad, how proud he must be of his son and how well he's doing. I feel like a cartoon, steam coming out of my ears and everywhere, that Freddie T was left off the list, and that only one person was put on the Pro Bowl. I'm just beside myself, and maybe that'll be the chip on their shoulder. Will the media, will the Jags ever get recognition? And go Jags!
Go Jags, Regina. Thank you very much. Look, Liam Cohen is using it as a great tool, Tony, to dangle in front of his team. Look, I'm telling you, no one's going to give it to us. They don't want it at this point. Stop putting them at the top of the power polls. They want the fuel and the ammunition that they get. Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous, but let's say the Jags go on and win the Super Bowl this year. Well, next year, the players that return to this team who perform well this year will be looked at differently.
Yeah.
As a higher stature player. Whether that's fair or not, and maybe you'll start to get some of that recognition along the way. But in the end, take what's yours, and who cares what they say about it. Once you have the Super Bowl, that's the ultimate goal. They can say, oh, it's not as good. You didn't play that. Who cares, man? Got the ring, bang the ring on the table, and that's that.
Yeah, it's not like Fred Taylor wasn't a part of that early run of success for the Jags. He wasn't here in 96, but he basically was for the back end of that run. You know, for the Jags, he had the big year, obviously, in 99, the big moment against Miami there in the playoffs with the 90-yard run that we play all the time. So it's not like Fred wasn't a part of the early success for the Jags.
There were a lot of Pro Bowlers on that 99 Jags team.
There were.
Freddie did play in an era when you had Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander and Edgerrin James. And, I mean, guys putting up absurd numbers like Fred was at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know, you know, the kind of idea that the entire football watching world outside of the fan base in Jacksonville has of Jacksonville, right? Like, I don't know that one Super Bowl will even completely get rid of that. It does feel like they would have to have some kind of run of they win a couple in some span of
Maybe
time.
So.
You know, like, I do think it's going to take that kind of thing, because it's not like the early years of the Jags, they weren't among the handful of the best teams in football. They were, right? They didn't win a Super Bowl during that time, but they were among the better teams from 96 to 99. Obviously, that's why they competed at the level that they did for that 4-year stretch, but that didn't shake anybody of the idea of Jacksonville as a small market, that kind of thing. Obviously, it's still in a head coach's mind now. Who coached in a small market? He was still willing to say it a few weeks ago, right? I don't know what it will take to actually disabuse people of that kind of nonsense, or what it will take to the Hall of Fame voters doing it, it just drives me absolutely crazy. You're allowed to be above that, right? Like, you're covering the entire league. You're allowed to be above this kind of nonsense, but you don't seem to be, at least from the look we're getting with Fred Taylor right now.
All right, Regina, thank you. Regina, I believe, texted in, Dylan. Did you see her life advice for you?
Yes.
As well. She said, marry your strengths with what soothes your soul, and you can't lose when pursuing your life's work. She'll miss you as well. Man, Regina, stop. All right, we always thought of you as an honest person. Now I'm going to picture Regina, though, with little plumes of cartoon smoke coming out of her ears when she is upset. And when she hangs up one of those little, like, you know, those cartoon where they cock their arm and then pew, and they're gone like that. That's Regina now in my mind's eye. Let's get Eric on the west side next up here on Jaguars Today. Eric, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Duval.
Duval.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year.
My favorite moment of this year is the Trevor stumble in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because like if you watch the replay, it's kind of laughable, but at the same time, it's a heck of a play of him knowing that he wasn't touched, and of him going in and score. And then also I want to leave off with this hot take. What's your guys' thoughts or what's your guys' opinions if the Jags sign Trayvon Diggs? You know, I know that we lost Jordan Lewis and we are out of Travis Hunter, and I know that we picked up, I want to say Mike Taylor from the Falcons. But what's your guys' thought process on Trayvon Diggs?
Yeah, I think I'll trust James Gladstone's eye on that. From all the reporting is Trayvon Diggs has not played very well when he has played this year. He got a concussion at home, allegedly mounting a television, and it kept him out for 10 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that quite. You know, like, I feel like there's something else going on with Trayvon Diggs out there in Dallas, and I could easily see a number of teams saying he's not worth his level of play now. It's not like he was when he was in a season when he had 11 interceptions and he was a defensive player of the year type
it's going
guy.
back a ways now, too.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
All the way back to 21.
Right, so, you know, I'll trust James Gladstone if he thinks it's worth it, but my guess is he's not going to end up a Jacksonville Jaguar.
Probably not. Would I be all that surprised if he winds up signing with one of the playoff teams and plays down the stretch here?
Someone will take a chance on it.
Right, like that kind of thing. And again, I'm with you. It's more in my mind, Gladstone takes a look at it. If he thinks that the pieces fit, then maybe the Jags will be in on him. But I'm not all in or all out on the Diggs thing. If they sign him, be like, oh, that's interesting.
Well, and here's part of the story. You know, he requested to stay behind in Washington. He has family there.
Yeah.
As Dallas played there on Christmas, and the team said, no, you have to fly back with the team because we all fly back together. And so he was denied, and then he just decided, I'm going to do it anyway. And you can't do that. I'm sorry. Like, you can feel how you want about the Cowboys. Well, that was dumb to make him fly to Dallas just to get on a plane and turn around and fly to Washington. And, well, I've seen, the coaching staff went on vacation this weekend. Yeah, but they flew back together.
Yeah.
Like, we killed Urban Meyer, right? And because he stayed in Cincinnati and did the same thing. And I get it. It's probably different for a coach, and I do think it is. He did go the right route. He asked permission, but he was denied permission.
Yep.
So at that point, you don't make the rules, you know, and that's you know, in a place like Dallas, I think they're itching for a reason to let him go. And Dallas has dealt with a lot more dysfunction and managed to handle it better than most organizations because they've got exposed to it more over time in the Jerry Jones era. So I'd be very surprised if he ends up a Jacksonville Jaguar. But if James Gladstone thinks that they can squeeze some value out of him for a playoff push, then I'm going to have faith in what they've done because pretty much most of what they've touched has turned to gold so far
I
this
trust
year.
their eyes on that.
Yeah. All right, let's take a time out here. Come back if you want to get in. More of your calls welcome at 641-1010. What's your favorite moment, memory, game, performance, you name it, of the 2025 calendar year by your Jacksonville Jaguars? This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Get bowl game play-by-play on 1010XL.
The Cotton Bowl, Miami and Ohio State. Catch the Hurricanes and Buckeyes tonight at 6:30 on 1010 AM.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
It's a Weight Loss Wednesday on 1010XL. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 31st, 2017, the Cleveland Browns finished the season 0-16, becoming only the second team in NFL history to do it.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Prosser here, and with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. So don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Start the new year by wiping out your high-interest debt. 904-999-1508. And you can see how much cash you can get today. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLS,
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Hi, this is Dave Barker with IHRS. People ask, are your solutions for thinning hair permanent? Yes, our solutions have permanent natural results and are guaranteed to work. Put our 35 years of experience helping 10,000 plus men and women to work for your thinning hair. Our trademark hair transplant procedures will give you 3 times more hair in one procedure. PRP and laser treatments are fast, easy, and effective, and only take 30 minutes. Most of our staff have experienced hair loss ourselves. Our caring and confidential team can help you look better and feel better about yourself and restoring your hair again.
For your confidential consultation, call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or go to hairforme.com. That's hairforme.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, more Jaguars Today on 1010XL.
All right, looking for your favorite moment of 2025 from a Jacksonville Jaguars fan perspective. A lot of people saying it was the Monday night game against Kansas City, that victory. And if that's the case, whether it's that or something else, let us know. If you want to join that chorus or submit your own, you can hit us up at 641-1010 on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, or on those phone lines, or on social media as well. And we'll get to some of your responses as we get into the second hour. John Oehser will be by from Jaguars.com, hopefully with all the latest as the Jags get ready to host the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. Let's get Robert up in Keystone next here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Robert.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
My favorite memory is the new regime change. Just really excited a lot of people, and what they've done has just been incredible. But my question was, and the new year I'm looking forward to is just continued improvement with the Jags. Okay, This wide receiver situation, I was just kind of curious what happened to Dyami Brown. I noticed he hadn't been playing. Is he injured? Is he hurt? Or did Parker Washington just come in and take his job, basically? That's my question.
Yeah, Parker, obviously Jacoby Myers, he's fallen down the depth chart. That's what it is. There's no injury with Dyami Brown. He just has not been effective. He's dropped the ball, and you can't drop the ball when you get that few opportunities, Tony. It's one thing if you're getting 10 targets a game and you have a drop every other game, something like that. He's had some drops. He hasn't been that, break the defense's back guy by, hitting those long plays with Trevor Lawrence. He just hasn't played well. I mean, it's been a swing and a miss to this point. He's still on the roster. He just didn't play any snaps this week because, Parker's playing great. Jacoby Myers has his role. Brian Thomas has his role. Brenton Strange, obviously, is a tight end. You're not going to need many receivers beyond that. And occasionally when you do, Tim Patrick gets a grab or two, or one of the other tight ends will grab one. And, of course, you got the backs coming out of the backfield. There's really just no room for him in the offense at the moment.
Well, the thing that Dyami Brown was doing a lot of when he was in, even post the drop that he had right against Cincinnati, they would run that jet sweep with him, right? That was kind of his play, and since they traded for Jacoby Myers, we've seen him get that play a couple times. We've seen Tootin got it at least once that I can remember, but Dyami's not getting that kind of look anymore, and I don't think you keep a player necessarily active on game day because we might want to run a jet sweep today, right? It's just... That's where he's at this point on the roster. That's not to rule out the possibility of somebody gets hurt, a minor injury, hopefully at some point if anyone does get hurt over the course of the playoff run here for the Jags, and Dyami needs to be active that week, right? It's not impossible that that's the way that it works out, but his role has shrunk because he was ineffective doing what he was being asked to do, and they found other players that can do what he does and give them way more. Jacoby just gives them more, right, with what he can do in the offense than what Dyami was going to give him. Going into the season, they thought he would be the third wide receiver for the football team. It didn't work out that way for Dyami Brown, so it's going to be one and done for him here in Jacksonville, and we'll see where he winds up in the rest of his career.
Yeah, good luck to him, man. I mean, he's had about as many opportunities this year as he had last year. He didn't click with Trevor Lawrence. Last year, he had 40 targets as a member of the Washington Commanders. And he caught 30 of them. So 75% of the ball is thrown his way. He caught.
Yeah.
He only averaged 10.3 yards a catch. He only scored one touchdown. Now he had a couple of big playoff performances. This year he's had 36 targets, only 4 fewer, but he's only caught 19 of them, Tony. So about a 50% success rate for 11.5 yards a catch, which is one more yard, but not greatly significant. And it hasn't been that good. They overpaid for a guy that they saw. He played against Liam Cohen's Tampa Bay Bucks in the postseason last year, caught 5 of 5 targets for 89 yards and a touchdown. Next week, he went out against Detroit, caught 6 for 98 on 8 targets, and then 3 for 42 in the NFC Championship game. It was by far the most productive stretch of his career, and who knows, may end up being the most productive stretch of his career. Some guys pop up for a moment, you think, oh, there's something there. We can get that out of him on a more consistent basis, and they were not able to do it.
It's not like they couldn't have used it when they had the injury with Hunter.
Of
right?
course.
Like if Dyami had been the guy they thought they were getting, they were willing to pay the money they were willing to pay for him. It just didn't work out that way.
Well, he got a lot of targets in the offseason, too. Out there watching practices that you felt like he was really getting integrated as one of the top options here in the passing game, that you thought, well, it's probably going to be to some degree Brian Thomas and Dyami, and they'll be working Hunter in, and we'll see how the balance works and how many snaps he gets as they build towards making him a full-time player. So you could have easily made the case for him to be one of the top 2 receivers, not one of the top 5 guys for the Jags. So it is what it is. I wish him no ill will.
No.
I hope
but good on the team for trading for Jacoby, and
absolutely,
they saw that they had a real need there. They went and filled the need, and look, the dividends are coming right now for the football team that not have to rely on Dyami Brown. Jacoby Myers is better, and the team is better off for having him.
But if he gets his opportunity in the playoffs, I still expect him to come through. You can't be like, well, he hasn't caught a ball in 4 weeks. What do you think? I think he's a professional receiver, and he needs to be ready to go. And
if you want the next team to pay you, make a play. Yeah.
All right. It's a fair question. Good question, Robert. Appreciate the call. We're done with hour 1 today. John Oehser, moments away from joining us here from Jaguars.com. ET going to check in from somewhere in the greater Duval area. Let's just put it that way. And when he does, he'll tell you where he's located. And the first 10 people who find him will be gifted a pair of tickets to go see the Jags and the Tennessee Titans, part of our Blitz the Bank promotion all week long right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Andersen Custom Windows and Doors Studios. 1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Happy holidays, Googans. Santa Dan here. It's the holiday season, and that means hopefully more off time with the fam. Need a solid gift idea for the spouse or a specific family member? Beaches Dermatology can ensure that your special someone gets a great gift that won't break the bank and won't go hidden in a drawer. Botox, skin treatments, you name it, they have it. Take care of that spouse of yours this holiday season with a gift from Beaches Dermatology. Call today or go online at beachesdermatology.com.
It's Awaken 180 Weight Loss Wednesday
on Jaguars Today.
Professional painters know the right finish starts with the right paint. That's why they trust First Coast Paint. Featuring Benjamin Moore paints and expert customer service, First Coast Paint keeps the pros stocked and rolling. No gimmicks, no big box confusion. Just top quality Benjamin Moore paint, advice, and the best service in Jacksonville, period. Because real pros don't cut corners, they color them. First Coast Paint, with locations in St. John's and St. Augustine. Simply superior paint.
He's not Pistol Pete, he's Pete Prisco.
Been on the wanted list almost 20 years.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, letting you know that Hardball now offers web stores, so your employees can order their own branded gear, and you have more time for Wordle. Check it out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Andersen's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. But this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Are you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, Surfside Pools is the trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated, they offer pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools transform your backyard into the oasis that you crave. Are you ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, where luxury meets leisure.
License number CPC 044080.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, I'm worried.
You? Really? About what?
Well, I like to have a little seasonal potluck. You know, invite some friends and neighbors and guys from the office. But if the food gets spicy and the party gets rocking and that old toilet in the two-piece can't handle the traffic, well, what if my drain backs up right in the middle of everything?
Dude, imagine you're wearing my sunglasses.
Okay. Shoomp.
Whoa. If you're planning to host a holiday party and a blocked household drain line threatens to ruin the whole thing, call us and tell us. The drain clearing experts at Bueller Air and Plumbing will unclog your drain for free.
You do that for free?
It's Christmas.
Yeah, but for free?
The holidays can get pretty hectic. If a clogged drain line threatens to ruin the whole thing, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has proudly served Jacksonville from the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard. From archery to hunting and fishing, they've got the gear, service, and know-how to get you outdoor ready. Stop by their full-service archery pro shop and check out their wide selection of firearms. And while you're there, sign up for their weekly concealed weapon classes. You can find it all at greenacresporting.com.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pest Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL after defeating Dartmouth on Monday night in the team's final outing before entering Southeastern Conference play this weekend. The Florida Gators will now travel to face Missouri in the SEC opener for both teams on Saturday night. The team split their 2 games last season. Our coverage of that game will be featured on 92.5 FM at 8 p.m. 44 degrees at 11:02. Time and 10 brought to you by Beulah Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. It's time for Oh No's with Jaguars.com's John Oehser. Oh No's. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Served up by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
All right, Johnny O in the studio. Before we welcome him in, I just got to say, RJ's pretty good on those updates, Tony. Maybe we should utilize him more around here. I don't know. This is, look at you. You got an RJ impersonator in there. This is your 1010XL. All right, if you haven't heard the news, Dylan Denmark is leaving us.
No.
Yeah, in the next 5 minutes. So pay up. All debts are payable right now. No, he's put in his 2 weeks notice, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got 2. After this, we have 2 more full weeks. As somebody pointed out, fully on Dylan if that's the week the Jags get knocked out of the postseason. I mean, completely on him because he'll be here as they go into the wild card weekend. We get the W. He'll be here going into divisional weekend.
Get the dub.
We get that dub, and we're going to the AFC Championship game, and then Dylan's just going to be like, nah, man, I'm going to go sell meats and cheeses by the side of the road.
Okay, that's good. Well, it's a living.
It is the living. I hope it's a living for him. You know, he's going to smoke them himself.
Okay.
At the apartment, and
then with the money I get, I'm gonna be like a YouTuber. I'm gonna go to the casino, be like, taking my paycheck, put it on black. Let's go.
There you go, right? And then see how it goes.
You
And
have
then
to
if
choose
you
your
lose,
path.
you lose that first one, then maybe you'll be, hey, 10-10. How's it going?
47.5% chance it hits.
There you go. 47. Is that what the odds are?
I think it is.
That's about right, right?
18 black, 18 red, and then zeros.
Is that all there are? 18 of each?
Yeah, 36. And then the zeros.
And the zeros. I heard that some casinos are adding like another.
I've seen that. I hate that.
Space, right? To because that only helps them.
Yes.
And,
more house edge.
Yes, more house edge. We always have the house edge. You got all your chargers with you today, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So what are you low on battery on
You never
everything?
know.
Or?
Well, I've got different chargers. I'm technologically not great, so some of these are options in case things I have don't work.
You're not sure which one fits which one,
Correct.
so you just grab them all.
Correct. I got AirPods for Christmas. It was like the big gift, and I'm struggling. It's
bro, like we are, people are like, oh, you still use a wire on your headphones. Why not? It works. I mean, it absolutely works. So yes.
So it's maybe by Easter, so I'll have the AirPod charging.
You know what else works? Keeping things cold by having large blocks of ice delivered to your house, but we've moved past that too. So, I guess it all depends on your perspective. I do not have an ice delivery service.
You don't have Red Grange, the Wheaton Iceman?
I do not. Did he deliver ice in the offseason? Was that his thing?
His nickname was the Wheaton Iceman because he would deliver ice.
Hank Aaron used to deliver ice, I believe, as a kid. I did a book report on Hank Aaron.
That's how he got those strong wrists.
Back in the day, yes. Slinging ice.
That's a good point.
Yes. Yes, Coach Denmark is really leaving.
Sorry to hear that.
The people on the text
I'm
line
not.
Right there.
I'll make it.
We're
I am sorry to hear
very sorry to hear that about Dylan Denmark. All right, so Jags win again. Johnny O, another business trip up to Indianapolis. I don't expect that if they didn't go crazy over the road victory against the Denver Broncos, I wouldn't expect anything noticeable about their change in attitude or their attitude towards their preparations this week following a win over Indy.
Yeah, it was a strikingly professional win. I thought we've all followed the NFL. Most of the listeners have. You've seen good teams. If you're going to compile, a 7-game winning streak, you're probably going to have a couple of games in there where you have to grind through, kick some field goals in the second half, get a pick and win it. And I thought they handled that situation like a good professional football team does. And then afterward, I thought that was it wasn't panic. It wasn't satisfaction. It was just, okay, a little frustration during the games. You couldn't get it going, but you figured out a way to win. So it was fairly, there's no such thing as a nondescript win, but in the course of the season, it was fairly nondescript. But again, if you're going to get where you want to go, you got to have a couple of those.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You take care of business along the way. And, and we always say you don't have to play the same way you played last week when you play your next opponent. Get the win is the important thing. Don't do anything stupid. Don't get a bunch of guys hurt. And
Right.
They do have some guys banged up right now, John. Do you have a level of concern about the offensive line? Trevor got hit a decent amount this week, and Jeffrey Simmons is no joke.
No, if there's a concern in this game, that's it. You have to protect on the interior better. He can wreck a game. He can inflict pain, the whole thing. So, there's a concern after what happened last week when you're playing a player who's probably the best interior defensive tackle in the NFL.
Any word on the availability of Hainsey or McCary for this
I get
weekend?
the idea there's a chance with Hainsey. I don't know about McCary, but if I was betting, I would lean toward McCary. Hainsey having a chance, but I'm not sure that's going to be known until the weekend.
Yeah, you want to make sure that these guys are healthy, but you still have to get the win. And, it is a dangerous player. The last thing you need is Jeffrey Simmons getting a free path to Trevor Lawrence in what is otherwise a meaningless game for the Tennessee Titans here, other than playing for a little bit of pride.
And it's really hard
year.
to run with Simmons in the lineup, which helps when you can't run, that makes it harder to protect all across the front. So it's a concern. It's probably the major storyline when the Jaguars are on offense.
Are you content with their running game right now? Do you feel like that teams have been trying to take it away, so the Jags have adjusted? They put more on Trevor Lawrence. Is that why the running game hasn't been more productive? Do you think that?
I think that's a lot of it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're blocking as well in the interior consistently as they want. I don't think it's bad. I don't think you look at the running game and think, oh, they're not functioning at all. But they would like to get that better. They've missed a few things by the running backs, so they would like to get that going. I think the positive of what they're doing is even in games where they haven't gotten over 100, they haven't gone away from it. So that helps. Sometimes coaches can lean away from it when it's not working, and that disrupts everything because the other team knows you're not doing it. Then they get more pressure. So I think they've stuck with it enough to make the whole offense function, and that's important.
You think Bajal Tootin will be back this week?
He has a better chance. He was limited at times in practice last week. I think he'll have a chance, and that would help.
I don't know if there's any question about it. I think you should be able to get by Tennessee without your backup running back.
And you have, yes, you want to win the division, but if you're putting a guy, you're not going to put a guy unduly at risk, period. So the division, the ramifications don't have that much to do with it. It's more, if you can play, you can play. And if you can't, you can't.
Yeah, it'd be a different story if this was win and you're in the postseason, lose and you're out.
I think there's a touch of a difference. Yes, there is.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's extreme, but I think there are cases where you would have that come into play.
I think it's all hands on deck when that's if your season's going to be over.
Yeah.
And there's any way you can play, you play, even if you're maybe putting yourself at a little more risk. I'm not talking about a guy who's got like a neck injury or something that's going to ruin the rest of his career or life. But, I think their history is replete with stories of guys taping it up and going out there and some, the most memorable performances have come in that circumstance.
You're seeing it in Detroit right now. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I don't know if he'll play this week or not. I think if they had a playoff life on the line, that he'd play this week.
Yeah.
Right? I think he's at that point, but they're like, do we want to risk anything with him? Haven't made a decision on it yet. When you get the playoff time, you put a lot on the line, so guys will risk a little bit more, even if it's
You're
not
playing for your legacy
long-term.
with the postseason. If it's, Detroit's going nowhere and I wouldn't blame anybody who don't want their guys to get, if they're already in that situation. Right. I do believe, though, you're asking the fans to pay full price for these Week 18 games that, if you're paying these players millions of dollars and they're healthy, they should be playing.
Yeah.
You
get to see them one more time.
It's a different story if you are borderline, if you're nicked up. But
even if you're in the postseason?
No. I'm talking about no. That's a different story because then fans understand you're building towards a bigger prize.
Okay. I'm saying sitting guys this week is not a big deal.
If this is your year, like the idea that, of course, Joe Burrow's going to play. Well, why wouldn't he play?
Well, because there are people who think that teams shouldn't rest guys late in the season if they're in the postseason, which I don't agree.
I think teams should do whatever they think is the best to prepare themselves to win those postseason games.
Correct.
Your goal is to win the championship.
Yep.
That's and anything you do in service to that goal, like resting a guy. And you could argue, well, if I play him and he gets hurt and he rehabs all off season, the odds of that happening and having it being a rehab that rolls into next year, I think are pretty small.
Plus, at some point, I've talked to players about this before too. You only get in your career X number of regular season games. Mm-hmm. So many chances to play, and this is what you work for is to play. So most guys want to play.
Most guys do, right? But it always fascinates me. There are some guys that just don't love it. They're just good at it. And it's like, man, how did you get this good at it without really loving it? When there are millions of guys who would give anything to be in your position and had almost as much talent, and it just doesn't work out. All right, we got Johnny O in studio if you want to get in today, 641-1010. ET's going to check in at some point this hour from somewhere in Duval. Let us know where he is, and then if you are one of the first 10 who find him, he'll have a pair of tickets for you coming up this weekend. What is that? Does that amuse you?
He's not going to be hiding. Searching for ET.
No, he's going to tell you where he is, and then the van will be there, and he'll be milling about outside somewhere. So it won't be hard to put 2 and 2 together. I don't think ET is going to park the van and go run around a building and crouch down behind a stack of tires or something.
He's got that in.
And he could, but I don't think it's going to happen today. I'm pretty sure. I'm very confident in that, ladies and gentlemen. So be listening for your chance to score tickets, not only then, but when the sounder plays, and you've got instructions there on what to text in and when, and you can maybe get yourself some free ducats to go see the Jags host the Titans this weekend. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL. Get in the huddle with 1010XL's QB.
All right, guys, let's make a play for 1010XL.
David Garrard joins Mike and Fat Tony on Jaguars Today. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida on 1010XL.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Searcy here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
Awaken 180 weight loss.
Jaguars Today, Wednesday.
Frank Frangie for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember when the Jaguars upset the Denver Broncos in the 1996 divisional round as a 14-point underdog and launched them into the AFC Championship? Well, you know who won't upset you? The team at Coil Fencing. Coil is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has been serving the Jacksonville community for nearly 100 years. From sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love to tough chain link for your commercial project, Coil does it all. Visit CoilJacks.com. That's COILE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What Major League Baseball player has the most stolen bases in his career?
Just letting your homeowner's insurance renew each year may cost you money. Shop around and you may find a better plan. Let Southern Oak Insurance give you an option at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Oakland A's outfielder Ricky Henderson stole 1,406 bases during his career, including 130 in 1982.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
When it comes to my opinion, I love dropping the hammer. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Listen for Hammer Time with Hayes, weekdays on The Frangie Show.
Hammer Time with Hayes, driven by Kia on Atlantic. Check us out at KiaOnAtlantic.com.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie. All those festive holiday feasts probably have added a few extra pounds, but here's the thing. You can make this the year you finally lose the weight safely and for good. Now, you know by now my daughter Amber kicked off the journey with Awaken 180 weight loss back in the summer. You ready for this? She's lost 100 pounds in 6 months. Man, is she proud of that. 100 pounds. And she really did it with this really, really good plan. There's no shots, no medications, no supplements, just real food and a proven plan. That's right. With Awaken 180, you can still enjoy your favorite food and drink. No more yo-yo diets or feeling deprived. The structured program empowers you to control your eating without hunger. It really is doable. Don't just resolve to make the change. Make the change. Call Awaken 180 today and take that first small step. Book your consultation now, 1-844-346-1800, or visit awaken180weightloss.com. It worked for Amber. It really did. And it can work for you. Awaken 180 weight loss.
Budweiser reminds us to drink wiser, like hydrating between beers. It keeps the fun going longer, and it's a commitment to responsibility. Remember, good times are ahead, so no need to overdo it. Know when to say when, and always designate a driver.
Gentlemen, start your engines. Want to be an MRN honorary pit reporter? Complete with tickets to the February 12th dual races at Daytona International Speedway and shadow MRN reporters as they do interviews along pit road at the pre-race stage. Text RACE to the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 for your chance to race to win at K1 Speed Racing Friday, January 9th. Best time wins. Thanks to K1 Speed and the Motor Racing Network.
There's lots of reasons to use Kuhn flowers when you need to send floral arrangements. This is RJ with 1010XL. No matter what the reason or the occasion, Kuhn Flowers delivers with only the best. Log on to kuhnflowers.com and make someone's day.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Oh noes.
Served up by Twin Peaks, home of the 29-degree draft on 1010XL.
All right, today's question of the day as a Jaguars fan, from your perspective, what is your favorite moment, memory, game, performance, what have you, from 2025 as we're here on the last day of the calendar year. But the season goes on. No draft talk around these parts, Tony Smith.
No, sir.
And we don't have a first-round pick to talk about anyway. Draft talk's going to be very interesting this year. Please make the Super Bowl Jaguars for that reason alone, right? That'll fill us through mid-February. And then, but it's really going to be interesting. You know, we get middle of March. What are you going to do? We're not like with the 59th pick.
Right. Won't there be free
draft.
agency in March?
Yeah, there will be free agency.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You should be like a sports radio producer with that knowledge base of yours.
Nothing but good ideas over
right
here.
there. People are waking up to the dawning realization. It's not a joke. Coach Denmark is leaving us for greener pastures. Roadside food vendor. Smoked meats and cheeses is where he's going to start. And, then
boiled peanuts.
We'll go from there. And Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, Girl Scout cookies.
You got to have them cookies, baby.
There's
Come
a
on.
market.
Boiled peanuts. But in like at least 1 gallon tubs at minimum, I think. Dylan,
$30 a pop.
$30 for a gallon of boiled peanuts?
That sounds about fair.
Is that a good deal?
That sounds good to me.
Where else do you buy the boiled peanuts other than roadside?
Gas station?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if I trust gas station boiled peanuts.
Yeah.
But you trust roadside.
More so. Yeah, I think it's fresher. Like I think that person cooked up the batch fresh, like at the gas station. I don't know, man. It's like those hot dogs that are spinning around. How
They're
long?
all probably trained at the same place.
Maybe so. I don't know, man. It's like just theater of the mind for myself. You know, I'm sure they're all fine, right? I mean, I've probably eaten some gas station boiled peanuts before. I'm not that fancy. Trust me.
Yeah, my first biology teacher in middle school told me if it survives your stomach, it deserved to win. Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's like every kind of bacteria in there to break stuff down possible, you know? And if
so enjoy the boiled
peanuts. Doesn't like it, you throw them up and you move on to the next delicacy. It's that simple, John. That's what you tune in for this good advice here on Jaguars Today. ET's going to be calling in very shortly. Don't know when, don't know from where, but he'll let us know, and we'll be excited to get another 10 pair of tickets distributed out there to Jaguar fans to go see their team take on the Titans this week. Why don't we get to today's 10-10 take?
10-10.
10-10 take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take. Brightened up by First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
All right, we ask you today, as a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, what was your favorite moment, game, memory, etc. of 2025? And I'm very heartened that most of them have come from actual games, right? Like, a lot of times it's like, man, like it was over. The high point was the off season, or the high point was this, or the high, there's not a lot to celebrate, but so many people have so many different moments along the way this season that convinced them that this team is a true contender, or they got over a certain mental hurdle or whatever. And so I'm happy, but still a little bit surprised that more people, because I would put this at the top of the list, didn't have Trent Baalke getting excised out of this franchise, because I don't think anything follows that we've had to this level of success. Robert Saleh might have been a really good head coach in his second go-round, and that's probably where it was headed if Liam Cohen doesn't reconsider because of the Trent Baalke situation. How does a Baalke-Saleh, even with Tony Baselli's influence, Tony, I don't know how great it would have been in that circumstance. It certainly wouldn't have been this harmonious triumvirate of Gladstone and Cohen and Baselli, all, seemingly like they're all long-lost brothers working together. At least that's the public face that we see. I'm sure they have disagreements from time to time, but, I mean, we've got a bold, innovative coach who came in and said, why not us, why not now? We've got a GM that, when he recognizes a problem, tries to fix it and doesn't double down on his own mistakes. And we've got a guy in the front office as the executive vice president that we know has the franchise's best interests at heart. He's a good football guy. So, but you go back and, look, I get it. You could say, well, then it has to be Baselli because he's the one that convinced Liam. Either way, it was not Liam. I'm sorry, Shad Khan. Liam owns the team now. Whatever it was that made Shad Khan do that, his decision to finally move on from Trent Baalke, for me, is the linchpin that set the potential success up. You're still not guaranteed it's going to be a 12-4 year, but I'm pretty confident we would not be all on this Jaguar high had it not gone this way.
Yeah, I think it's hard to pick a moment here in the last month of the Trevor Lawrence thing that's been going on. Like, if you can expand it over that period of time, I would say it's what we've seen from Trevor in the last month or so is kind of my favorite thing that's happened this year with the Jacksonville Jaguars. But since we're trying to pick a moment in time, right, with this kind of thing, and we've had a bunch of fans that have said the stumble against Kansas City and he gets up and goes. We've had the Devin Lloyd interception in that game as well, get mentioned a couple times on Monday night against the Chiefs. But it's hard to believe with where the Jaguars are right now that we can look back in this offseason, like still in this calendar year, we had a press conference with the owner and Trent Baalke sitting over his shoulder, basically, and Shad Khan sitting there being asked about, why didn't you clean house? And he's asking, you wanted me to fire everybody in the building? Like, that happened in this offseason, right? And now they are here.
By the way, the answer was yes, Shad.
Yeah.
Except for John Oehser.
Yeah. Like, it's wild that we've had this ride of an offseason into a season that is culminating where it appears to be culminating with whatever the playoff run is going to look like for this Jaguars team and franchise. But I can't pick one moment for Trevor Lawrence, so I'll agree with you. It is that Baalke is gone is the moment for me, too.
I mean, I hadn't really thought about the question until you asked it, because you can't really think about a question until it's asked. I would probably say, looking back, fourth quarter of Arizona, because it feels like that's when the light came on for Trevor. I mean, and I agree with Tony. There's been so many moments. First quarter of the Jets game, I remember thinking, oh, this is what this kid is now. And so there's been some moments like that. But I'll go with, in retrospect, fourth quarter of Arizona, when he overcame the early interceptions, and just played clutch and led that win. That'll be up there. I mean, the cool thing about seasons like this is there's legitimate conversations for 4 or 5 moments, and that's usually how it plays out when you're good.
Yeah, Brian Sexton would probably agree with you. He has referenced that look on Trevor's face after that last interception. But, I mean, look, so he threw the interception. The Cardinals turned that into a touchdown. They're up 21-17 at that point. Jags answered with a touchdown of their own. But next time they got the ball, they went out on downs, and then they got the ball left for the defense allowed them to go down the field, kick a field goal, send it to overtime. Basically, there was 3 seconds left in the half. Jags got a field goal and held the Cardinals on down. So it wasn't like the offense all of a sudden,
the throw to Parker
did answer
for the
with a touchdown was big, yes.
And sometimes, when you go back and look at it like that, that may not have been like a John Elway unbelievable drive. But the throw to Parker when he didn't wilt in the face of that, I'll remember that feeling of, that's a heck of a throw. Like, oh, okay, he came back from whatever just happened. So.
Yeah, I think if you don't watch Trevor on a week-in, week-out basis, and clearly there are some national people who don't, you don't realize how many what just happened throws he makes. And he makes throws that are physically not possible for some quarterbacks to make. They just don't have the arm strength and the athletic ability, And they're probably, when we say only 2 or 3 guys can make that, it's probably a few more than that, right, on occasion. But he does it. He does 2 or 3 of those a game.
He makes throws that only the best guys can make. And because I think he's
generally so. Yeah. Yes, I mean occasionally you get a bad strong arm quarterback that can squeeze one in there, but he has become a lot more accurate, throwing across his body, rolling left used to be.
Still sort of hold your breath.
You do a little bit, but he's made some really big plays doing that because you have to have the ability in your body to make those throws. I mean, we could be out there, we could have 1,000 reps at any point in our athletic life. I'm not even saying now, but you'd never make one of them.
Right.
You're just simply not able to.
Kirk Cousins, the one this week against the Colts, when he's getting hit with that blitz and to the sideline opposite him to Jacoby Myers, right? It's like, how on earth did he get that much on that ball?
He really stood in for multiple plays.
He did. I felt like that was lucky. I mean, like that ball was almost teetering end over end out there. Like I just felt like that everything worked perfectly to the point that if you were on defense and the opposing quarterback threw that, you'd be like, how did you not pick that? You know what I mean? Because it just hung up there forever. But it got out to him. And Jacoby hung in there long enough to make the play. So, look, knock on wood, man. They're doing a lot more right than they are wrong at this point in time. All right, we'll take a timeout here. We'll go through some of your responses to our question today, looking at your favorite moment from the calendar year that was 2025. Tony Smith will take us around the NFL as well as we continue along here on Jaguars Today. Be listening for ET to let you know where he is with the 1010XL van sometime in the next 30 minutes, and he'll have tickets waiting for you if you're one of the first 10 to find him. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. It's been an amazing season under first-year head coach Liam Cohn, and it's time for a postseason tune-up against Tennessee. Activate maximum momentum and bring it to the bank. All aboard! Jaguars Titans, Sunday at 1 on Duval's home of the Jaguars. 1010XL. 10XL.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Blitz. How good is that? How good is that?
Bang.
How good is that?
Text Blitz to 641-1010 now.
Ah, family's here. Ready for a perfect holiday?
Honey, the toilet's overflowing.
What? Now? With everyone here?
The sink's backed up too.
Cool! It's like a water park in here.
Great! Best holiday ever?
Don't panic. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. They'll fix it before we're swimming in mashed potatoes.
Got a holiday plumbing disaster? Call Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentist and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Quality work is sometimes hard to come by these days, and if you want quality and a fence that'll last, make the call to Duval. Duval Fence, that is, a good Jacksonville company with good Jacksonville people committed to quality service. If you need a fence for your home or a business, anything, just call Duval Fence at 260-4747. Give them an idea of what you're looking for, and they'll take care of the rest. Property fence, privacy fence, pool, or pets. Make sure you call Duval Fence today.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The vibe of the game showed that it would be gritty and not pretty in enemy territory for Jacksonville, but the young guns showed grace under pressure. In the second quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find the end zone on a 4-yard rush, making the score 10-7 with 5:38 left in the period. The Lawrence score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Now, the cool down takes place, Tony, when you step outside on your way to the 1010XL Jaguar motif van that you're driving, and you realize it's still pretty chilly out there despite the sun shining. That's what ET is going through right now. My brother, where are you?
What's up, baby?
ET, man, is it cold out right now, or how are you? Everything good?
Oh, it's a bit nippy out here, Mike, but that ain't stopping no show. You know what I'm saying? That ain't stopping the show. Your boy just pulled up to the Avenues Mall.
Now the Avenues Mall is a pretty big locale, E. Can we narrow it down? Like, what is the major retail outlet that you are closest to?
You know what, Mike? I ain't gonna lie. It's some cars that's been trailing me ever since I left 1010.
Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah.
You know what? You should speed up real fast and see what happens. See what they do. All right.
I already tried it.
Can you run the yellow light? You know, do that trick that they always do in the movies. Yeah. But they've been following you. Is that right? All right. Well, you know what? All right, I guess
we gonna make it fun. We gonna make it fun because I'm gonna go inside the mall, and not only do I have tickets, I got all types of Jag swag to give out. But you just gotta come find me.
Okay.
Finding this bus is too easy.
Now
so y'all pull up on me inside Avenue.
You're a handsome man that most people should know what you look like, but give us an idea of what kind of outfit you're rocking today.
Oh, I got a white 1010XL hoodie on. I got a Jaguars hat on. I got some black slacks and some red Jordans. I ain't hard to find.
You're a fashion plate, man. All right, ET's got 10 pair of tickets to go see the Jags and the Titans. He is going to be inside the Avenues Mall. So if you've been following him, get ready to find a parking spot and hop out and go chase after ET. E, you're the best, man. Happy New Year to you and yours, and look forward to catching up with you next week.
Man, happy New Year to my Jaguars Today family. Holla at your boy.
There he goes, E.T., and you won't have to holler far. You'll be inside the mall, and the security will come for you if you start hollering.
Find him at the Belk.
Maybe. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Like, what entrance I want to is Dillard still there? I don't know. I haven't been to the Avenues Mall in
Maybe he's going to Chess King.
a long time. I do kind of. I don't know if I've ever bought anything at a Chess King, but I do recall Chess King back in the day. Yeah, I remember.
Over by the orange tree at Old Regency Mall.
We used to go to the Volusia Mall when I was a kid in Daytona,
Been there a few
and
times.
because I lived in DeLand, and they had a little Chick-fil-A
Yep.
inside the Volusia Mall, and that was the only Chick-fil-A around at the time.
Yeah, they went to Regency in the food court.
It was right. It was like a great thing. It was like a standalone. It wasn't even. There wasn't even a food court. It was like its own little place in there. Just kind of a hole in the wall little Chick-fil-A. So anyway, I don't think he's going to be at a Chick-fil-A, but he is going to be inside the Avenues Mall giving away tickets. So there you go. All right.
There's a Chick-fil-A in there.
Is there?
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't been inside the Avenues Mall in quite a while.
I've been there in a while.
Everybody just shopping online these days.
Yeah, hackers thought that the place you still go to pick up chicks is still the mall. This was a couple months ago.
A couple months ago?
Yes.
He thought, why is Hacker thinking about picking up chicks?
No, he was just talking about me.
Oh, for you.
Yeah.
He was,
Like, what do you guys do in your 20s?
Denmark. Why don't you go down to the Chess King
and go to the mall and pick up some chicks?
Orange Julius.
No, you just go on Instagram and you say, hey, and then whatever you want. And then it's
that-
way easier.
Oh,
that
that's
way.
how it works.
Yes.
Just hey and whatever you want.
What's up?
At that point,
Yeah.
No
What's up?
interaction.
Meet me on the west side.
And how's that
Right
working
now.
out for you?
I'm like 0 for 1,000. But 1,001.
Keep swinging.
Yep.
All right, stop by my
Miss every
smoked
shot you don't
meats and
take.
cheeses kiosk right here on Cassett Avenue, Dillon, Denmark, coming soon to the west side near you. All right, Tony Smith, let's go around the National Football League.
Now, gems around the NFL. Brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
Pittsburgh is hopeful that TJ Watt will be able to play this weekend after missing the last 3 weeks due to a partially collapsed lung. Steelers tight end Darnell Washington underwent surgery for a broken arm on Tuesday. He's been ruled out for this week. He's unlikely to be available at any point in a playoff run for Pittsburgh. San Francisco running back Christian McCaffrey did not practice yesterday due to a back injury. Tight end George Kittle was limited in practice as he works to return from an ankle injury that kept him out last week. Tampa quarterback Baker Mayfield was limited in practice yesterday. Carolina running back Rico Dowdle did not practice on Tuesday with a toe injury. Dallas is cutting cornerback Trayvon Diggs, as we discussed earlier in the show this morning. And New England wide receiver Stephon Diggs is facing charges that include felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery stemming from an incident that occurred in early December. Diggs has denied the allegations.
Yeah, I saw a tweet this morning on the subject. This was his live-in female chef, which seems perfectly normal for everyone to have that, and that she was advised by one of her, quote, girlfriends to settle this matter, but they weren't sure if that girlfriend was Cardi B because Stephon has multiple baby mamas in 2025 alone. And Dylan told me that, yes, in fact.
Yes, it is true.
What do we have, like three Diggses on the way?
I
baby
see,
Diggs?
Yeah, 2 headlines. Stephon Diggs confirms he's the father of 3 newborn babies amid paternity rumors. And then I also have another rumor why Stephon Diggs skipped Christmas with Cardi B.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but...
That all sounds complicated.
Yeah, it does. Sounds kind of messy is what it sounds like. Anyway, not our issue. John, what about not Stephon, but Trayvon Diggs being released? Somebody called up and asked earlier. I said, my trust is in James Gladstone, but from anecdotally, he's not the player he used to be. If you're thinking back to the season he had 11 picks, that's not the guy you're getting if you were to claim him.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really followed his career. I'm with you. They'll scout him. They'll see if they like it. If he's being waived, you would assume that he's not the player he was. So
well, did you hear what happened? He asked to stay behind in Washington, right? And because he has family there after they played on Christmas, and the team said, no, you got to fly back with the team. So he did anyway. And at that point, they're like, and
did he go to Cincinnati?
He did not go to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. But and so anyway, that's their issue. I don't think it's going to become the Jaguars' issue
I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I would too.
I've not asked about it, though.
I've got this one on the text line. My teenagers like the mall again. The Avenues is back in growth mode.
It's back.
Signed, the Avenues marketing director. No, I don't know. They
Signed
did not
hacker.
sign it. But look, I don't know. My son has aged out. My son was never a hang out at the mall guy in high school. They didn't do that in high school.
Yeah.
I hung out at each other's houses more than anything.
Yeah, I understand that's become the thing now, more than the mall.
I was never much of a mall guy, even back like in the 80s. We'd go occasionally, we'd go to the Altamont Mall down towards Orlando because it was big.
Mall.
And we'd end up going there. We'd walk around for an hour. We'd eat something at the food court, and we'd come home.
Yeah.
What is there to really do at the mall if you don't have a bunch of money to spend?
I worked at Regency Mall one summer.
Did you?
In Sears. But I didn't hang. I went to movies when they opened that by the food court, but I didn't hang out at the mall a whole lot.
All right. Well, either way. So hopefully ET's got some more tickets left if you're just making your way out to the Avenues right now. But they went quickly yesterday. I know that. I know we just ran the promo a few minutes ago asking you to text in the word Blitz as well.
How do you spell that?
BLITZ.
Okay.
Okay, that's how I would spell it. Perhaps I'm wrong because that I'm one of the few who spells it that way on the text line. Let's just put it that way.
Did you get Blatz?
We got
Blatz
Blots. We did get Blots. We didn't get Blatz yet. But
And then we got a talk to text Blitz with
with
X,
a bunch of
R,
letters
F,
after it. Yeah.
Z.
So whatever. That's fine. I don't know. I'm not in charge of determining who wins those tickets. But I know we're doing that again in the next hour up until 1 o'clock today, and then we'll be doing it again all Friday as well, giving away a total of 125 pair of tickets in the Blitz the Bank promotion this week as we want it packed out and a raucous fan base cheering the Jags on to victory to secure a home playoff game the very next week. All right, we'll take our final time out here and get some final thoughts from John Oehser on that game coming up on this Wednesday morning as we send you into the new year. You're listening to Jaguars Today here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today. You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service.
Hello, Jacksonville. This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we know not every injury happens on Sundays. Sometimes it's flag football, weekend yard work, or just playing with your kids. That's why we built a team of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, experts in everything from knees and shoulders to spine and sports injuries. Whether you're chasing championships or chasing your dog, we've got you. Learn more at osjax.com. That's osjax.com.
It's a Weight Loss Wednesday on Jaguars Today. Awaken 180 Weight Loss, your long-term solution for weight loss.
Frank Frangie here for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Just recently, Cam Little was good from 68 yards to set an NFL field goal record. You know who else goes the distance? The team at Coil Fencing. Coil is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has been serving the Jacksonville community for nearly 100 years. From sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love to tough chain link for your commercial project. Coil does it all. Visit CoilJax.com. That's COYLE Jax.com. Coil Fencing, partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville trusts. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
It's the best time of year for sports. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, it's all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which games to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Glass. They say you're going to see a big difference, but what does that really mean? It means a live local person on the phone, a smooth, easy process, skilled craftsmen, and excellent customer service all around, with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Prosser here, and with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. So don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Start the new year by wiping out your high-interest debt. 904-999-1508. And you can see how much cash you can get today. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
Monahan Jewelers is ending the year with up to 40% off the entire store. Special savings on designer brands and some items marked at 50 to 60% off. We've been adding new merchandise throughout the holidays, and with interest-free financing on any purchase, it's easy to get a beautiful piece for a low monthly payment. Certified diamonds and engagement rings are our specialty. Support your local family jeweler for 48 years. It's our end-of-the-year sale with up to 40% off our entire inventory and some items marked at 50 to 60% off. Visit Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Oh noes.
Served up by Twin Peaks, home of the 29-degree draft on 1010XL.
What kind of musical sensibility is RJ going to bring to this program?
I don't know. You two doing the music.
He's going to lead off with Christopher Cross, I guarantee you. That's going to be first coming out of break.
Run like the wind?
Sailing.
Oh, sailing, okay.
Yep, absolutely. It's going to be sailing first break, post-break music bump.
Got to go Laura's theme, too, right?
Is that Christopher Cross?
It is.
Think of Laura?
Yes.
But laugh.
I can
Don't
see
cry.
that one playing at the
I know
meat
she'd want it
stand,
that way,
Dylan.
John.
She can hear it now. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Anthony Gear.
John and I, he passed away in the last week, right?
Yeah.
It was very recently. I thought the same thing, man. I remember watching the wedding of Luke and Laura when I was a kid because
big deal. Man.
We had one TV in the house, and when it was 3:00, damn right, my mom had General Hospital on. Okay, that was just the way it was going to be.
Staple.
It was formative in my childhood for sure. Laura was. What was her name? Jeannie something or other.
Jeannie Francis.
Jeannie Francis, a lovely young lady.
She was.
At her peak. Jeannie Francis was. I'm sure she's a lovely, age-appropriate lady at this point in time.
I'm sure she is.
I'm sure she is. John, how do you think the Jags are going to perform this week? Are they going to show up and handle their business much like they did up in Nashville? This is an offense from the Tennessee Titans that has been scoring a lot of points over the last month. Do the Jags make this one firmly in their control, let's say, by early third quarter?
I anticipate it'll be a little like the one in Nashville. Remember, the one in Nashville was when Devon Hamilton was snapping, and it was, I want to say it was 9-3 for a while or tight for a while where you were holding your breath a little bit, and Devon did a great job, but one break would have gotten the Titans really back into that game. I expect it'll be like that, 10-3 in the second quarter, and the Jaguars sort of needing to play well for a stretch to pull away. That I think it's good that it's at home. If the Jaguars can get a lead early, I think they can sort of coast and make it feel like a one-sided game. But they need to get a lead because in games like this, teams tend to play hard until they think it's over.
Final game of 2022, great example. Right? Had
23.
to beat 22. Had to beat Tennessee to get in.
Game,
Week 18.
In 23, it was up there in Nashville. Same kind of thing. Jags needed it to get in.
Yeah, I'm referring to the one in Nashville when you lost.
No, I'm talking about even the one they won, right? And that was like a team that you felt like you were clearly better than at that point.
But that team was still playing for the division. That team was still in it. That Titans team.
Week 18
in 22 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for the division. That was both teams.
Tennessee was going to win the division?
Yeah, that was winner take all in 22.
Huh.
When Josh returned the fumble?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, for some reason I thought
they had
it was,
slipped. They had Josh Dobbs. They had lost a bunch in a row, but they were still the team you were trying to beat. The next year they went to Nashville needing to clinch to beat the Texans. Mm-hmm. and that's when they lost. And you know, you had to play to Ridley late that almost worked and didn't. And
got this in, John, and I asked you about this on the break. Somebody asked a couple of times this morning.
BLITZ.
No, that's not. That's not what they asked. They don't ask. They just spell it the way they're going to spell it. What's up with Travis Hunter? Is he rehabbing in the facility regularly? You said you've seen him in the facility regularly.
I can't sit there and say I've seen him rehabbing. I don't go back in that world very often. So, but I've seen him around the team. So I'm assuming he's rehabbing there, but I'm not. I have not checked that out. So the journalist in me says I can't answer for sure.
I got you. But you're seeing, assuming he's in the building, he's taking care of business, right? He's around the team. We've heard that. People have asked, why isn't he going on road trips? I don't think you want him. If you've got a leg injury, you don't want a guy standing around the sideline for 3 hours.
I have seen him on a road trip, at least one. But, yeah, I don't know the answer to that.
Man, wow. If the Jags had lost that game, Titans could have won the division at 8-9.
Yep.
That was horrible. And they ended the season losing 7 in a row.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, they were 4 up at one point, remember? It was 7-3 7-3 Titans, 3-7 Jags at one point.
Man, 5-game winning streak to end the season. Similar to what's going on right now, a little bit more impressive this time around. All right, we'll get some final thoughts from you, John, in just a second as we say hello to XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Duval! That's how you're going to do it, right?
Impressive.
There's probably
like
more
that.
than that. You probably
I like that. I've been doing crunches to work on my
Have
dog.
you? All right. Big Sur's going to do the first Duval this week. Is this the first time you've done this, or you've done this before?
I've done it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Are
what
you
is
going
your
to throw out a punch block? Are you going to do the punch before you do Duval?
I may.
Just for old time.
What is your record in
Ta-ta
these games?
Titans. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
What's my record?
Yeah, like given the first Duval. Are we on?
I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know.
Well, that's
He's a winner. He will
I'm a
win.
winner.
And we need this one. I mean, we're still in the playoffs, but we need this one.
No, we definitely need this one.
I see. What are you rocking that for?
It happens to be a game today.
Oh, is there a game today?
Yes.
All right.
The Mighty Canes.
Will your season continue?
Yes. Hold your hands up high. The Mighty Canes are passing by.
Are they going to win?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm asking you, man. I presume you would feel that way.
We don't travel abroad to lose.
Okay. You don't travel abroad much, so I wouldn't know.
Well, with this, we travel.
All right. I got nothing. I got nothing over you, sir. So I'll just be quiet and I won't
enjoy the festivities.
I will not wish you good luck. Although I don't really root for Ohio State either. So hopefully a late call in this will decide.
Root for the state. How about that? Root for the state.
I'm gonna root for a late pass interference call that maybe tilt the balance.
You know
one way
what?
Or the other.
When Florida State played Auburn in the championship, I was rooting for.
Were
Florida
you?
State. I was.
Oh, you're a bad person though.
When Tebow was at Florida and they were playing, I was rooting for the state.
That's ridiculous. All right, I'm
Why
here
is
to
it
tell you
ridiculous?
because you're a fan of the Miami Hurricanes.
I'm
you're a Miami Hurricane.
I'm a Hurricane legend. Yes, but
Yes, you're a legend.
I love the state though.
You're also a Jaguar legend, man. So we're happy about that aspect of it. What's coming up on the program today?
Well, we got Coach Campo coming on at 12:15. He's going to give us 2 segments. And we got Matt, who's abroad, covering, I believe, Pasadena, Alabama, Indiana. So we will get
Rose Bowl
tomorrow.
So,
so we're going to get him on the mic.
That's a nice little trip to get, right? Out there to, I presume, sunny California right now. So, all right, sir, Happy New Year to you.
Appreciate it.
All right, and bring us a dub on Sunday, please.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we'll see you Friday. But nevertheless, there he goes, Leon Searcy with XL Primetime. Johnny, what do you got coming up for the rest of the week?
We'll have Bucky Brooks and the Huddle Up podcast at 4 o'clock. I am have not confirmed it, but I believe we'll have Brenton Strange on the Ozone podcast, which I'm looking forward to. I always enjoy talking to Brenton.
Are you off tomorrow?
I'm not.
You're not. Okay. It's working hard.
Big game Sunday.
No, we're just we'll see you Friday here on Jaguars Today, and that'll do that. 1 day off for
one day
here.
off.
1 day off. 1 day. So you get Saturdays off though, right?
Mostly, yes.
Mostly, yeah. When you're traveling, I get it. Anyway, Happy New Year to you and yours.
You as well.
Look forward to another Jaguar win, and let's get on a deep postseason run in early 2026. There's no reason why they can't.
Unreal season. Enjoy the ride.
All right, buddy. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you on Sunday, on game day.
Look forward to it.
Johnny O, for Tony Smith, for Dylan Denmark. This is one of the last opportunities you've got to listen to a Dylan Denmark-produced program. He's got 2.5 more weeks to go with us here. He has turned in his 2 weeks' notice to become a roadside vendor, and we wish him the absolute best. But for Dylan and everybody here, I'm Mike Dempsey. Happy New Year from all of us here at Jaguars Today, and let's hope the Jags make it a very, very happy one by starting things off with a win on Sunday. We think they will. We'll talk to you Friday on January 2nd. And stick around as XL Primetime is next here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Happy holiday from Holiday.
Jaguars Today. From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Get the weekend feeling